If you do not take time to plan before you execute the master plan, then you might spend the rest of your life trying to fix your mistakes. Tell any Gen Z out there aspiring for greatness that he has got everything he needs to be great. Especially now that technology has brought everything close to their feet. They have got everything they need to be great. So there is no excuse. But one thing is taken away from some of them, and that is patience. Lack of patience has driven a lot of young adults and growing up kids to become who they are not destined to be because of lack of patience. Imagine where an 18-year-old guy is aiming to be richer than a 50-year-old who has, spent decades building his businesses, who has spent decades mastering the principles of life. And someone who's 18 years has seen his achievements and want to be greater than him just in a twinkle of an eye. But one thing that every young adult should understand is that there should be a time for mastering of confidence. You can't wake up overnight and feel that you are the master of the game. There is time that you are supposed to learn, and there is time that you are supposed to execute. So I could remember when I was younger, I had this zeal, to move mountains. Every growing up youth had it, to move mountains, to be a history maker and a world shaker overnight. But life has taught me a lot of lessons. And I understood that if you do not take time to plan before you execute, if you do not take time to plan before you execute your master plan, then you might spend the rest of your life trying to fix your mistakes. A lot of adults today are fixing the mistakes of their youth. Some people who fail to plan end up spending a lot of time trying to fix it, trying to fix errors. There are things that God can allow you to have now. There are things that God can allow you to achieve now. But see, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end of it is destruction. That is what the Bible says. It's not my word. So there are things that we think that is good for us, but they are not really good for us. We can achieve it. We can have them. But because we have not reached to that stage of life that we are supposed to have those things, then the happiness of having that thing might elude us. So the problem is not asking God to bless you. God can bless you anytime you ask him to bless you. But the question is, will you be able to stand the weight of God's blessings? It comes with weight. When God blesses you, the weight of the blessing is always severe and massive, that if you are not well prepared for that blessing, you will not be able to carry it. David was anointed as a teenager. He did not become a king immediately because there are things that he needs to get prepared for. He has to fight the wild animals. He has to slay the lion in the forest. He has to go into the forest and do some, exploits before he becomes king. He has to fight the giant Goliath. Not just fighting the giant Goliath and bringing victory to his people. He still has to face the wrath of Saul, who was the king at that time. So he spent a lot of time building himself. He spent a lot of time gathering strength. He spent a lot of time gathering experiences in life. But he was crowned, he was anointed to become a king as a teenager. So this is what life is teaching us. This is what life is actually teaching us. When we are young, we have the zeal to become whatever we want to become. It's always at that point of teenagehood that the whole strength, the youth exuberance comes out, and we want to do exploits. But the fact is that our youth these days, even in the past, we didn't have people who mentored us. The only thing we could do was to read books, read motivational books and learn from experiences of other people. Now we don't have books anymore. Our youth need to be guided, and that is what Jesus God people is doing. Even Jesus said he understood the importance of time. He said to his mother, "My hour has not come," because he understood the importance of time. So the only thing is that really the one thing you have to understand is that there is time for everything. So any adult you see today has a history. Any adult you see today has a story to tell. It's always pushing. When I look back and see my pictures when I was 18 years, when I was 16 years, and even 20 years, I will smile and say, so this is how I see, so this is how little I was. But the kind of mindset I had that time was to climb to the peak of the mountain. Every youth has this zeal, but don't allow your zeal to control you. You have the power to control your zeal in becoming whatever you want it to become. One thing we should understand is that every Gen Z out there has a passion. Every Gen Z out there has a goal. Every Gen Z out there has a vision. And if you want to stop them, they will be the one to stop you. The only thing that we have to do is to guide them because they are unstoppable. And because some of them don't know how to harness their vision and their passion and the circumstances surrounding the world. Some of them might be gullible to become victims of circumstances, and might not be able to escape from the trap they fall into. So don't try to stop the Gen Zs. What you have to do is try to show them the way, try to encourage them and guide them properly, and not to stop them, because a lot of people try to stop them when they want to do something. We say, no, don't do it this, you don't have to do it this way, because you don't understand what they are passing through, you don't understand what is going on in their brain. Because of your fear, you want to protect them. Don't be overprotective of the Gen Zs. If you value this message, I want you to share it to someone who needs it. I want you to share it to someone who needs it, because I know that someone somewhere is trying to make a decision. Someone somewhere is just, trying to find a way to control his passion and his vision. Some of them are trying to see what they can do and achieve in their lives. And that is why Jesus God people is here. If you subscribe to this channel, it is free. You'll be able to, help share the good news to those who need it. And when you are doing this, always remember that Jesus got people and you are one of them.